This woman has a strange ability. She lives in the United States but can control monsters in Japan. Soon, the monsters came under missile attack. The amazing thing was, Annie felt the pain too. Instinctively, she threw a combo of punches, accidentally destroying several fighter jets, causing heavy casualties. Realizing she had killed people, Annie was overwhelmed with guilt. In her distress, she tripped over her own feet and knocked herself out. When she woke up, the streets of Japan were in ruins, with many people crushed by the monsters. Annie felt deeply responsible. Her friend John told her that not only had monsters appeared in Japan yesterday, but there was also a giant robot. John suspected he was the robot because he had been standing right next to Annie at the time. This incident reminded them of their childhood. They were playing in the park when suddenly the sky changed strangely. A lightning bolt struck Annie's head and the monster model she was holding. John was also hit by lightning, and his toy model was a robot. Since then, they both gained the ability to summon giants, but only while in that park. Understanding all this, Annie decided to apologize to the Japanese people. She went to the park, summoned the giant monster again, made hand gestures to clear the crowd, then bent down slowly to write an apology, promising never to cause destruction again. Seeing the monster's sincere attitude, the residents forgave her. However, the next day, the robot suddenly appeared in Japan. Annie rushed to the park and found out John had been drinking and caused some trouble. She scolded John and told him to leave immediately. This scene was instantly broadcast to Japan, but John ignored her and snapped back. Annie slapped him hard, which instantly sobered him up. He left the park looking innocent. Meanwhile, in Japan, the people saw the monster stopping the robot's destruction and began to see the monster as a guardian. Naturally, the robot became the villain. This made John furious. He hadn't done anything but was being treated like a criminal. He thought the Japanese people were clearly unfair. So, he went back to the park, determined to show the Japanese people what he was really capable of. Luckily, Annie arrived just in time. Without hesitation, she slapped John again. At first, John didn't want to hit a woman, but then Annie kicked him hard. John lost his temper, and they started fighting. Back in Japan, it was a disaster. When they fell to the ground, many Japanese people were crushed. Annie, being a woman, couldn't overpower John. He then started trampling on the Japanese people, and Annie could only watch helplessly. Afterwards, John made a harsh promise. He would come every day to stomp on Japan until it was leveled. Annie returned with a worried look. When she saw the world map flipped upside down, she had a bold idea. The next morning, John stormed into the park angrily. Thunder and lightning erupted over Japan, and the giant robot made a dramatic appearance. Japan was in grave danger, but just as John was about to destroy Japan, an earthquake suddenly shook the park. Looking up, he was terrified to see the monster had appeared there. It turned out Annie had flown to Japan overnight and used the principle of location swapping to switch the monster from Japan to the United States. As the robot turned to flee, Annie quickly grabbed John, and the robot was simultaneously suspended midair. Gently but firmly, Annie swung her grip, sending John and the robot flying out of the earth.